Triamid here, and I'm here to give you a deck profile. And my deck profile today is Triamid Quakimaru Stun. And so this is a little different variation of the many that I've seen. I'll put this extra deck aside, and we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to explain the card effects real quick. If you need help, just comment below, and I will explain everything you guys need to know. So, starting off with the monsters, we're going to run 3 of the boss monster, not Quakimaru, Triamid Sphinx. Triamid Sphinx, as long as there's another Triamid on the field, he gains 500 for each field spell in the graveyard, making this guy a whopping 4k. Plus, if you have King Golem on the field, which is another field spell, he becomes 45, and if you use Dancer, he'll become 5k. Really easy to get out as well. You can only be special summoned by the ways of a Triamid card effect, or if a Triamid card is destroyed by battle, or by card effect, he just summons straight from the hand. And then if you use the effect of King Golem being sent to the graveyard, which is the field spell I'll show you guys in a little bit, that special summons Triamid monsters from hand to the field. Ergo him. Super big, and then also his other effect, which is one of my favorites. Your opponent cannot attack any other monsters as long as they have other Triamid stuff on the field, except for him. So if they're planning on taking out your weak stuff first to chip you down, they gotta go through the big guy.
Keep in mind that if you have 2 of them, you can attack either one. It's not a attack lock.
Yeah, there's no attack lock. Next is by far one of my favorite Triamid monsters in the whole deck, next to Sphinx. I apologize for the black on my fingers. I paint and I sand bumpers. This is like paint, so I'm not dirty. I'm not a hobo.
It's debatable.
No. And this is a Triamid Hunter. Triamid Hunter is, as long as I control a field spell, I can, and he's summoned to the field, I'm allowed an extra normal summon. So he's pretty much my Ritual Beast Tamer, my Elder, pretty much. And then all Triamid monsters, excluding Sphinx, have this ability where during my opponent's turn, I can send the field spell I currently have to the grave to add a new field spell from deck to field activated. And all the field spells do different abilities in the graveyard. So keep in mind, all the lower Triamid monsters I'm going to show you have that ability. But he is the double summon. He is one of the best cards in the deck because of that. Here's the Dancer, the one I mentioned earlier. Her effect is I can send a Triamid card from the field to the grave. All rocks gain 500 attack, and that's a continuous gain. Unless they leave the field. But that 500 can stack. And I've been able to make it stack. And then she has a secondary effect. Plus she's a 3, so if I summon him, then her, go into a Dante play, and then mill and then soul charge and then go off. The next is Triamid Master. He's another really good one. Not one of my all-time favorites. I love Hunter the most. I don't draw into them as much as I want to, even though I run through everything. I don't really search out for him as much. I usually go for Dancer, Sphinx, and Hunter. He's just there if I want to make plays with the Quakimarus that are coming up. What he does is I can send a Triamid card from field to grave to pop a set card. So he's pretty much like an Alucard, but he gets really strong with one of the field spells, making him up to 23. And that's not bad for level 4s. Plus, rank 4s are always good. Rank 4s have some of the best extra cards. Next, 2 Quakimaru Overload, because I am using the stun aspect of the deck. And Overload is when your opponent would summon monster or monsters, tribute this card, negate, destroy. So if you're going to do a full field penge summon, oh, there goes everything. And so, plus 1900, and he's a rock, and I can just reveal any of the cards in his deck. This whole deck is pure rock.
Inherent summons.
So, next, I'm going to do Quakimaru Wall. He stops spells. If you guys know what the Quakimarus do, they're kind of old. So, I'm just going to cut through the Quakimarus super quick. Before I get to the Quakimarus, I'm still going to do my 2s of Block Golem. Normal summon Block Golem. He's really good for this effect. I can just summon Block Golem, tribute him if all my stuff in my graveyard is rocks, and then special 2 level 4 or lower rock monsters from my graveyard. So I can get 2 Quakimarus or 2 Triamids and go off, and I can call the Haunted him and do it again. Fill my field up really quick with him. So I run 2 of him for that. I main deck 2 Ghost Ogres because I didn't really see the potential in this card when I was first playing. And then after actually acquiring this card, I realized how good he truly is and how helpful he comes. Plus, level 3 tuner's great. And he's saved my life so many times so far. One glow up bulb, because glow up bulb is great, and I do run a Chariot Beast. So, Earth, it just works great in the stun aspect. More for the last of the 1-ups. Quackimero Sandman, he stops traps. And then Quackimero Guardian, who stops monster effects. And all the Quackimeros are level 4 and 1900 attacks, so they're all great beaters if I want them to be, and then it's all great rank 4 material right there. Next, we're going to move on to the spells. And I run, let me just get the field spells in order. I run 3 Fortress. Fortress gives all rocks 500 defense, and if this card is sent from field to grave, I can add a Triamid monster from graveyard back to hand. Next on the list of Triamid field spells, Triamid Cruiser, possibly one of the best ones in here next to King Golem. If I normal summon a rock, I gain 500 life. That's nice, but if I normal summon a Triamid, I get to draw a card, then discard a card, setting my graveyard up for future plays and also letting me continue with what I need to get in my deck. And if this is sent from field to graveyard, then I can add a Triamid card from deck to hand. Great searchability. On top of that, there's the 3 King Golem, the one I was mentioning a bunch earlier. This gives all my rocks 500 attack. And then its other effect is this is sent from field to grave, then I can special summon from my hand to the field, meaning I can get any of the Triamid cards that I showed you, including Sphinx. So by that time, if I have this out, I'm already going to have the rest of these in the graveyard. Well, not all of them, and then Sphinx will already be at the 4K that he needs to be. Next, I main deck 2 Twin Twister. This card has come in handy a lot. I'm going to play around with the numbers on this. I might just put it at 1, as a friend was recommending to me. But I think I like it at 2 for right now. Just my personal preference. 2 Diamond Core. Diamond Core is to search out any of the Quackimero stuff I have. And then at the same turn, if I don't have any rocks in my graveyard, or rocks in my hand, banish this to protect him, to keep him on the field just a little bit longer. So Diamond Core is really good for that. Plus, it's good discard fodder. Discard for Twin Twister, and then banish, so I keep the Quackimeros, and then I still get the back row pop. 1 Terraforming, because I run 9 field spells, and then the monsters kind of search out the field spells for me anyways. So 1 is good, and then actually I've used it only a few times, but other times it's kind of a dead card, which is where Twin Twisters comes in handy. And then next, lastly, for the one of Soul Charge, because if you open up a Soul Charge in this deck and you're able to get a bunch of monsters in grave really fast, you got game. You got game. I don't run a lot of traps. The traps I do run is 2 Call the Haunted. Amazing in this deck. Especially if you like, oh, okay, I'm going to do, for example, Quackimero Wall. Alright, negate your Pentum Summon. Call the Haunted, bring him back, do it again. Or if you do any of the tried monsters. Okay, I'm going to use his effect to search this out, or get rid of the field spell, search that out. Call the Haunted another one, so you can do it all over, so you can do the whole thing all over again, get more plays off. It's very versatile in this deck, and I kind of want to run into 3, but I don't want to put any more cards in this deck. It's already a 45 card deck, I know. That's a lot of cards, and I don't know how to tone it down yet. I'm still going to work with the numbers, but so far it's worked with me a lot today, and I came in second at not regionals, locals today, so this is really good. 2 Fiendish Chains. These are a new addition to the deck. Actually, this used to be a second Terraforming and then a Bottomless. But I put the Fiendish Chains in here for the soul aspect. It negates the effect, and then it stops the monster in its place, and it adds to the stun aspect of what the deck is trying to be. So Fiendish Chain is good. Fiendish Chain has never been bad. I might actually put a Magical Planter in this deck and take out one of the monsters, so I can, because I have all these continuous traps. So, like, if this becomes a dead card, that becomes a dead card, Magical Planter, send that away, and then draw 2. Like, it doesn't hurt. Magical Planter wouldn't hurt this deck. Next is the Solemn, because this is never dead. No matter what deck you're playing, this has never been dead. It's just too good. You can't go anywhere without Solemn. Lastly, for main deck, Triamid Pulse. I run it at 1. I kind of want to work with the numbers on this, make it at 2, so I can get into it a little bit more. Triamid Pulse is fun. This actually saved my life in a duel today. Someone used what was it? Spell fragrance on me, and so this.
I hate you.
Oh, okay. My cameraman here is the one that this trumped, but I was able to banish a combination of a field spell and a rock monster, and I have the option of 3 abilities. Add 3 field spells from graveyard back to deck. Special summon a Triamid monster from graveyard. Is it Triamid monster or is it special summon a rock type? So this can get anything in the whole deck. But I went for Sphinx in this play, or I can pop a card in the field. It's so easy to get around every little thing. Like, oh, okay, well, use anti-spell fragrance, so I guess I'll just pop your spell fragrance. Or if you have something big, I'll just get something bigger out. It's too good. I love the card, but I think it's okay one. I might want to mess with it at 2. I might take out a Twin Twisters for a second. Next, we're going to move on to the extra deck, and I'll speed this up. 2 Gorgonic Guardian. This woman right here is Fiendish Chain on Coke. Crack. Whatever is worse. Detach material, target monster, loses effect, gains 0 attack, and then doesn't gain 0, it loses attack to become 0. And then I can pop a monster with 0 attack. So, Gorgonic Guardian, way, way good. Such an underlooked card right here. Soul Silver Mountain. Also, very good, but kind of conditional. What Soul Silver Mountain does is, I can attach a card, attach material from this card, target a set card my opponent controls. They can't use it as long as this card stays face up. And if this card destroys another monster in battle, I can special summon one earth monster in my graveyard and special summon and face up defense. So I can have more overlay plays with this. Or just, if I need to get a Triamid out so I can do more field spell searching, I can do that too. So, 1 Soul Silver Mountain, 1 Grand Pulse because you can't have too much MST in the deck. Dante because Dante is too good in this deck. I start sending to the grave, and I can just start Call a Haunting, and then now I can do Block Golem, and then I can do Soul Charge. It's just, the possibilities are endless. And then it'll set me up for plays for a Triamid Fortress, the other field spell. Too good in this deck. This guy I just got today. This was a 3rd Gorgonic Guardian. I just got him today, so I wanted to test him out and see how he works. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Let me read his effect real quick, because I don't know all by heart. Cannot be destroyed by battle. At the end of the damage step, if this card battled, you can detach 1 extra material from this card. Place 1 counter on this card, max 3. At the end of the battle phase, if this card battled and has 3 counters, destroy all cards my opponent controls. So, he's nice for the fact he's 2600, and I can get him to 31 with this deck, and not even 31. I can get him to 36. So he's pretty nice. And plus, the whole fact he can't be destroyed by battle, best thing ever. If I can only find a way for them not to be targeted, that'd be 10 times better. 1 Silent Honor Arc, no explanation there. You guys know what it does. Carnagorgon, plus these rock, so he gets all the boosts too. Abyss Dweller, Castel, Go Goliath. I can detach the target level 4 Earth rock monster in my graveyard, add it to hand. That's any of the Quakimerus, and that's also Triamid Master. So just give me more plays. Plus, all monsters I control gain 800 more defense, and so this adds on to my defensive plays if need be. Cowboy, because you gotta get game, And then now for my synchros, because I do run synchros, I do run tuners. And then the Chariot Beast I was mentioning earlier, the Armades, which I might take this out if I can find a really good level 6 synchro. Just don't know what I'm looking for yet. Just really good level 6. And then Clearing Synchro Dragon. And this dude he's actually came in handy at least once today out of the three matches that I did play. If you guys have any questions about about my Quakimeru Triamid stun deck, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise than that, I'm Oddball from the Odd Image, and I'm signing out.